What's going on, guys? Chris here at Tactical Outdoorsman, and today we're going to be talking about EOTECH. We have an EXPS2-0. We're going to be doing a tabletop review, so stick around. If you haven't done so already, hit like and subscribe. Alright guys, here we are. So, the EOTECH EXPS2-0. So, this is the version with the red reticle, and it has the quick detach mount here. And on this side, you'll see you have the brightness up and down. You're going to have 20 levels of brightness on this, and upon powering on, if you use the up arrow, it'll auto power off in 8 hours, and if when you power it on you use the intensity down arrow, it'll power off in 4 hours. So it's a battery savings setting. The battery life is approximately 600 hours on this guy, a good battery life for the purposes of what I would be using it for. Now this does run off of a CR123 battery, a single battery running horizontally, so they changed that in these versions, whereas they used to be running vertically. The reason for the change was because the recoil from the larger caliber rifles were causing battery problems where the illumination would go out. So they've solved that by mounting it horizontally here. So for those of you that don't know, the battery is going to be facing the muzzle of your rifle, and the flat side is going to be facing the stock. So just for those of you who may accidentally mount it backwards, thinking that this is the part that you're going to be looking through, that is incorrect. You're going to be mounting it, looking through it this way here. Alright. So the magnification, they're calling it a 1x magnification, which is essentially no magnification at all. So the lens on here is going to have an anti-reflective coating. The window dimensions here that you're going to be looking through is 1.5 inches by 0.85 inches, also the same as 30 by 23 millimeters. Field of view at 100 yards is going to be 30 yards, and that's with a 3-inch eye relief. So if you're looking through the viewfinder from about 3 inches back, you'll see that the adjustment for the elevation and windage, this one is the elevation and this one is the windage here, and you're going to have half MOA clicks, so ½ inch at 100 yards is what the adjustment is going to be on this. This guy does come with a battery check indicator, so when you power this up and the reticle flashes when the battery is low, so it'll give you an indication of low battery. So one of the great things about this sight is it's parallax free. So what that means is if I don't have a direct line of sight down the center of this viewfinder here, and my reticle is not dead center, it doesn't matter. If I'm off center and I can still see the red dot, let's say up in the top right hand corner, whatever that reticle is on is where my impact is going to go. And that doesn't hold true for some of the other red dots and optics out on the market right now. So something like this is what I would put on a home defense rifle or a close quarters combat rifle, where I'm going to be shooting around corners or shooting around barriers, ducking down and moving, where my line of sight may not always be directly down the center of this viewfinder here. Also, if you are wearing some type of body armor, ear pro, a helmet, something that's going to impede you from getting directly behind the optic, this would be a great option. So that's where I think that this thing really shines. The battery life is not really that big of a deal for me. 600 hours is plenty, especially when you have an auto off in 4 hours or an auto off in 8 hours. And you can extend that just by touching one of the intensity buttons, either up or down, will extend the auto off time. And I don't really think that I'm going to be in the situation where I'm going to need my reticle to be illuminated for more than 8 hours straight. You know, unless I'm going into war and there's a reason that I need to be defending myself and on guard for more than 8 hours, so I don't really think that that's going to be an issue, not for me at least. Another great option on here that I think is this quick detach mount. So with the quick detach mount, you're going to get an absolute co-witness. If you don't use the quick detach mount, and you get the version without it, that'll be a lower 1/3 co-witness. So you can choose your option there. This variety does not have night vision settings, which is okay because I don't have night vision. If you do, you can get the version that does have the night vision. One of the other big differences here is the way that this is configured with the controls on the left and the right is to have a magnifier placed behind it. So some of the other models that you might see might have the night vision and the intensity of the reticle control on the back here, and those are not the models that are intended to be used with a magnifier behind it, simply because when you flip the magnifier up, it's going to impede your access to the controls on the back panel. Therefore, they've moved them over to the side on this. So just in case you were wondering, it's not strictly aesthetic, it's actually for a purpose. I'm going to try to get this mounted up on one of my rifles. I'll try to get it out to the shooting range and get some footage of me shooting it, and I'll let you know what I think of it, the accuracy, how the Parallax free design works, how I perceive it to be. So stay tuned for that video. I'll upload it once I get out to the range. It might be a little while, but bear with me. Turn on the notifications if you're interested in seeing that. You'll get an alert when I upload it. So until then, get out there, keep shooting, and we'll see you in the next video.